Hello guys and welcome to Vlogging Project. Today I've got the OnePlus 5T for a review. That's the 8GB 128 gigs of storage version. Actually it's the more expensive one, which I've paid £500 for it, guys. And because of that, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you, this review is not sponsored by OnePlus or any other company, so I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, that's the best phone in the world, the camera is amazing and this and that. I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. So let's get it on. Okay guys, so let's do a quick unboxing over here. Nice little box, white with red accent. It says OnePlus 5T on the side over here. And inside we're gonna find this really nice, plastic bed where the phone was. Inside here we've got a couple of books and our SIM ejection tool, nothing special. And what's nice over here is the red cable and the dash charging. And let me tell you guys that this phone actually charges crazy fast. So with this particular dash charger, in 30 minutes I got 61% of charge, guys. In 1 hour I got 93%, and full charge takes about 1 hour and 22 minutes. So you might be asking over here, what's gonna happen if I lose this charger and use a regular charger? Well, in that case, 30 minutes is gonna give you just 27%, 60 minutes is gonna give you 52%, and full charge you're gonna reach in 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is basically well, worse than the other phones, but at least if you lose this one, it's not the end of the world, so don't worry about that. Now, I don't usually use cases or screen protectors, but they were half price bundled and the launch day, so basically they cost me about £20 for both of them. I'm gonna do a separate video explaining, what's the quality and should you get them. But let me tell you that I recommend getting some sort of protection, guys, for this phone, because it's very slippery, guys. Oh, one more thing I almost forgot. This gel case was actually included in the box, guys. I've put it aside because I was using the carbon one, but anyway, it's semi-transparent, it's very nice and to the touch, and it provides excellent grip over here, and it works very well with the screen protector, and you can't really feel the edges of the screen protector anymore. So kudos to OnePlus for including that case in the box. As you can see over here, the back is really nice and smooth, guys. There is no texture on it, it's just smooth. It doesn't attract too many fingerprints, which is good, but it's very slippery. And design wise, well, the phone pretty much looks like an iPhone, as you already know. There's the small iPhone actually. The bigger one is even more similar. You can clearly see the antenna lines over here, the overall design and everything is very similar. Now, I've got 3 minor complaints about this camera hump over here, guys. First of all is this line over here. There's probably an antenna line or design choice or whatever that is, but why it comes down to the metal trim over here? I really don't understand that, and I really don't like that. And the other thing is that there's a small ridge between the metal trim and the camera glass over here, which leaves, as you see, marks and dirt all over the place. You gotta clean it up regularly. And the thing is that I have noticed that this particular camera lens attracts very much, fingerprints over here, guys, and I have never seen that with any other phone. I don't know what kind of coating did they've put over here. It's not that it's gonna affect the camera performance, which is not good anyway, but it's a little bit annoying, guys. But anyway, I like the design. The phone feels very nice in the hand. The buttons are just on the right placement. That's our power button over here. On this side we've got our volume rockers, as well as this switch for the sound. Basically, you flick it like that, you're getting vibration. You flick it back on, you're getting the sound. I really like that addition over here. At the top we've got nothing, and on the bottom, guys, we've got our 3.5mm jack, the grill for the speaker, as well as the microphone over here. And basically pretty much that's it. That's the flash and the additional microphone. And at the front we've got notification LED, a bunch of sensors, the camera and the speaker grill over here. And on the bottom we've got nothing. It's nice and clear. But yeah, the phone might look a little bit thicker at the moment because I've got the screen protector on, but anyway, it's very nice and slim, and overall I'm very happy of the overall design and build quality of this phone, guys. Very nice job, OnePlus. Now, when we talk about convenience of unlocking and locking your phone, that's pretty much the best combination you can get. The fingerprint reader at the back is where exactly your finger lies every time. And check this out, guys, how quick that is. Check this out. It unlocks 100% of the time and it's very, very, very accurate, guys. I can't be, happier of the fingerprint reader. It's absolutely amazing. And we've got the small edge over here, so every time, even in the dark, when you reach to your phone, you know where exactly is the fingerprint reader. And the other option is the face unlock. Okay guys, so let's see how quick is the Face ID actually. As you can see, the phone is locked now. And now check this one out. Boom. That's crazy fast. You can always, double tap the screen like that and it unlocks straight away. Pretty much no hassle. But now let's see if we're gonna be able to fool it with a photo of myself and unlock it this way. That's the essential phone over here. I'm gonna snap a quick selfie now. Let's see what do we have. Okay guys, so that's definitely me, as you can see. And this is the OnePlus 5T. So now I'm gonna flip it like that and let's see if we're gonna be able to fool the phone. It says no face detected. Tap here to try again. Okay, let's try again. Again, that's me. Let's see. No? Again, no face detected. Tap here to try again. So guys, you can't really fool this phone with a picture of yourself, so that's secure enough for me. So the thing that you're gonna be staring at all day is the screen, guys. And let me tell you that the screen on this phone is absolutely beautiful. We're talking about 6-inch AMOLED screen, 1080 by 2160 resolution, which is basically 1080 plus according to the today's standards. And let me tell you that the screen is absolutely amazing, guys. Now, I was one of those guys who were always complaining about, oh, this screen is 1080p, it's not good for a flagship. And that was true because OnePlus 3, 3T and 5, they were using basically more or less the same screen, a little bit tweaked, but it was the same technology and pretty much the same thing. But now they're using a brand new screen on this beast, and I can tell you guys that this screen is absolutely beautiful. There is absolutely no flaws with this screen. You've got no jelly or gel or whatever effects. It's an amazing screen. You're not gonna notice that it's not 40p screen unless you want to play, some high quality YouTube videos on Netflix. Then you're stuck to just 1080p, but believe me, it's absolutely good enough. So the screen basically is very bright. The sun visibility is absolutely amazing, guys. Even though if you live in a hot country, you're gonna have no problem seeing the screen, even in the hottest days. And the good thing about this screen is the level of customization you've got a default color profile over here, sRGB. Basically, sRGB is what the essential phone display looks like. It's very well calibrated to photos, basically. DCI P3. And basically adaptive mode, I've put it on custom color. The thing is that you can customize it the way you like, and no matter what you do, it looks absolutely fabulous, guys. You're gonna have no problems with the screen. Let's have a look at a couple of wallpapers quickly, guys. The best thing about this AMOLED screen is that you can actually make it look like an LCD screen and to be photo accurate, but the other way around is just not possible, guys. This kind of colors and contrast you can get only from the highest grade AMOLED screens. So although again it's not a 1440p screen, it's 1080p plus, but you're gonna be 100% satisfied with the screen. It's absolutely phenomenal. Look at that wallpaper, beautiful. So the next thing which is very important is the battery life. Now we have a 3300 milliamp hours of battery coupled with Snapdragon 835 and 8 gigs of RAM. You should expect some decent results, but I'm very happy to report that I'm getting crazy battery life on this phone, guys. I'm a heavy user. You know me, I play games, I use the GPS, I'm on Chrome and YouTube all the time, and I'm getting 7 hours of screen on time every single time on this phone, guys. On 4G, 7 solid hours of screen on time. That's absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I've done that in other phones, but with 3300 milliamp hours, with 6-inch AMOLED screen, that's absolutely crazy, guys. I'm totally happy with the battery life. I've seen some screenshots on YouTubers doing 4.5 hours of screen on time. Guys, how did you manage to do that? I mean, did you run on 2 one by one until you drain the battery? That's very awkward. And the other thing is that I've already applied 3 or 4 OTA updates, and none of them actually had battery drains. So finally, OnePlus fixed the battery in their phones, which I'm very happy. So now let's have a look at a couple of screenshots. Now these are my battery screenshots over here, guys. The very first day when I set up everything, downloading all my information, 5 hours 54 minutes with 5% left. After that, 6 hours 26 minutes, 7 hours 40 minutes, 8 hours 5 minutes. Over here you can see what's draining the battery. Android system drains only 5% of the battery, guys. I have seen phones with up to 20% of Android system. I've got no idea what they've done, but the optimization is absolutely top notch. We continue the Wi-Fi only, 8 hours 11 minutes, Wi-Fi only again, 7 hours 28 minutes, 8 hours 6 minutes with 1% left, and now we move to the 4G heavy usage all day long, 6 hours 55 minutes, 7 hours 25 minutes, 6 hours 51 minutes 4G only, 7 hours 26 minutes, 7 hours and 6 minutes again, guys. And that's just crazy, guys. 6 hours 39 minutes. I definitely didn't expect that, but the battery life is crazy on this phone. So let's talk about audio a little bit, guys. You're having only one bottom firing mono speaker over here, and it's very loud, it's very clear. The audio quality of this speaker is really good, guys. But the thing is that ever since the OnePlus One came out, people actually wanted dual stereo speakers. And the thing that OnePlus is listening to their customers, well, where are the stereo speakers, guys? At least you could have done, you know, the earpiece to act like second speaker, as the iPhone did. So why not do that? Maybe the next phone? But anyway, apart from that, the speaker is really loud, so you're gonna have absolutely no problems hearing whatever you wanna play on your phone in loud environments, guys. Okay, so let's do a quick sound check, guys. Maximum volume, listen to that. And now compare to the Essential phone. Can you hear the difference? Oh, by the way, one more thing. If you want to fill up the whole screen with the video, you just zoom in like that, and there you go. Now, what about the headphone output, guys? I'm really happy that OnePlus actually kept the 3.5mm jack over here, and the volume and the overall quality coming out of it is really good. Now, it's not top of the range. I mean, I'm not talking about Axon 7, LG V20, LG V30, because these phones have separate DACs on them and they're more powerful, and the HTC's one as well, but pretty much is better than anything else, and especially is way better than the Samsung Galaxy and the Note lines. So we're totally satisfied with the 3.5mm jack. But one thing on the side note though, if you're trying to use an adapter, a USB type C to 3.5mm jack dongle, it's not gonna work. I've tried with 4 different dongles, but none of them actually works on the 5T. I guess there's some sort of a restriction that they've put. I've got no idea why, but literally all of the other phones do support, you know, some of the dongles one way or another. If you want to know a little bit more about the dongles, I've put actually 2 videos, very comprehensive ones, about the best dongle you can get and why, you know, you should use a dongle with your phone anyways. So make sure you check them in the description and down below, guys. Now, what about performance and gaming, guys? As you know, this phone is running Oxygen OS, which is very close to stock Android, plus a couple of additions. I'm really glad that you can do some things where you can achieve only with root on other phones. So that's some bonus points for OnePlus. And the phone feels like the snappiest phone ever made, guys. It's really quick. Now I've got the Essential phone over here, which runs Snapdragon 835 as well. And let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do you know, separate speed and benchmark tests between those 2 phones. But you're gonna have absolutely no problems with the performance of this phone, guys. No matter what you do, it's really quick. Okay, so what about the software, guys? That's pretty much Oxygen OS. stock Android with a couple of additions. For example, you can change the order of these buttons. You can set up double press or long press. For example, I have set up long press on this button to switch off my screen, which is very handy, guys. And that's the only phone which I did not install Novel Launcher, because it gives me all the options that I need, including changing the icon packs. And basically the phone runs as smooth as possible with stock launcher. As well as, let me point out something quickly. When you go over here to the quick settings, I could have wished that there was an option to tweak the colors a little bit, but unfortunately there isn't. I know other phones who have this option, like the Axon 7, and I really don't know why they didn't include that. But anyway, in terms of theming, you've got a white and a black theme, and the black theme looks better in my opinion. Now, in terms of updates, it's running the latest security patch, 1st of December 2017. I got the update like only 2 days ago, guys. And the thing is that it's running only Android 7.1.1. Now, there are other phones like the Mate 10 we ship with Oreo, as well as some Xperia phones are getting Oreo already. Even the Xiaomi A1, the spiritual next successor, is getting Oreo at the moment, and you're still stuck with the, older version. I really don't know what's the problem over here, but I'm happy that the phone works flawlessly as it is right now. Now, one thing I wish that they could have included, guys, is the ability to change the design of those buttons over here. They're a little bit plain, they're a little bit boring, to be honest with you, and with any other phone running, the latest Androids, with this application over here, custom navigation bar, you can do that, but your software gotta be, pure stock Android, and for some reason it doesn't really work on the OnePlus. As you can see, nothing happens over here, which is a bummer, because on the Essential phone I've got the S8 buttons over here and they work very well. I can always swap them around. I can put one button here, two buttons here. It's just the lack of customization which is not good unless you root, but rooting, as you know, is not for everybody. But that's just a minor thing to complain about, really. And about gaming performance, there is no game that you're gonna get problems with, and the phone doesn't get hot at all. So basically, I'm very happy with the gaming performance. Let's see a couple of screenshots that I got from the benchmarks. Okay, what about benchmarking, guys? Everything is absolutely off the charts, and let me show you the gaming performance. That's Epic Citadel. It maxes out at 60 FPS, and the OnePlus 5T managed to get the maximum results available. Now let me show you another benchmark which tests the absolute maximum abilities of the GPU. Now there's the CASJA benchmark or something like that, and as you can see, the score is absolutely crazy, and the average FPS over here is 75, the maximum FPS is 90. So if you don't know what that means, basically let me quickly compare it to the Essential phone, which runs on the Snapdragon 835 as well, and as you can see the difference yourself, guys, that's a pretty good bump in terms of FPS over here. So gaming performance, as I already told you, absolutely top notch. Okay, so let's talk about cameras a little bit, guys. Just on a side note here, I did a comprehensive full camera review in a separate video. I'm gonna link it down in the description, so make sure you check this out if you really want to know what are the actual qualities of the cameras, and you'll be surprised actually how bad it is. But if you're just a regular person, uploading photos to Instagram, to Facebook, just the social media, you'll be absolutely satisfied with the camera. Also, when you have a look at the photos on the screen of the phone, because the screen is so amazing, you see that the photos are amazing and you're gonna have absolutely no problems with them. But if you really want to know how good is the camera, well, it's not very good, guys. It's not a big of an improvement over the OnePlus 5. Even it could be considered as downgrade, because you actually lost the telephoto lens and now you're stuck to the second lens, which is supposed to improve the low light capabilities, and that's not exactly the case. But let me sum it up really quick. The front camera is 16 megapixel. I mean, when I was doing the real camera review, I said that it's an 8 megapixel, and after that I had to cut this out because it doesn't look like a 16 megapixel camera. I mean, you're not getting more details. But let me tell you that it's absolutely good enough. I'm happy with the 8 megapixel front camera, and as well as the video stabilization of it is really good, so you have no problems. And the back cameras, again, the details are about average. The low light is an absolute crap, and I'm really not a fan of the rear camera. But again, guys, full review, check it in the description down below. Okay, so let's wrap this up, guys. What does it leave us with the OnePlus 5T? Is that the best phone on the market right now? Well, it depends. What exactly are you looking for? If the camera is not your main concern, that might be the best phone available right now because it's definitely the quickest one. The face unlock works absolutely perfectly in the fingerprint reader, so convenience wise, this is a very convenient phone, guys. The display is absolutely amazing, this phone. The audio quality is absolutely good enough for most people out there. So basically I can't really find any, weakness of this phone apart from the camera once again. And the thing is that the pricing. Now the idea of OnePlus was to deliver, the flagship killer as for the first two phones actually were, kind of half price. And people, still have this mindset when they talk about OnePlus. But now, instead of paying $300, you're paying, $560 on this phone. And it's like it's not the best bang for your buck anymore because you can get plenty of amazing phones even for half that price. For example, let me show you. The HTC U Ultra is basically half the price of the OnePlus 5T, the most underrated phone of all times. The LG G6 is really quite cheaper as well. Even the Essential phone is less than $500. Now the Moto Z, the original Moto Z is quite a lot cheaper, almost half price. The Moto Z Play, amazing phone again. And the thing is that all those phones, they actually provide very clean near stock Android experience with amazing battery life apart from the Moto Z. With very good cameras as well, maybe some of them better than the OnePlus 5T. So if you're thinking about the best bang for your buck and the camera is not your main concern, unfortunately that's not the OnePlus 5T anymore, and that's the truth, guys. But on the other hand, if you want the quickest phone in the world basically right now, and the overall very pleasant and very quick experience, that's probably the way to go. But in my personal opinion, especially over here in the UK, £500 for this phone is a little bit steep, guys, because if you shell another, let's say, I don't know, the S8 is cheaper. I bought the S8 for $460. And the thing is that the S8 is still a pretty good phone. Now the HTC U11 is something like $460 as well over here. What else? I mean, there's actually plenty of phones around this price. The Mate 10, the new Mate 10 is about 500. You can find it for about 500. So basically plenty of options over there, and basically all of them have better cameras, guys. But again, if the camera is not your main concern, I can definitely recommend this phone. And actually I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below, which is gonna take you to the GearBest website. The 128 gig version you can find for just £420, guys. So again, 420, that's a little bit better, but still not great. And it's, remember the OnePlus 3, when the OnePlus 3 came out, it was £309, guys, which was a bargain. And now the OnePlus 5T, boom, 500. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do a small rant, by the way, about the OnePlus policies and pricing in a separate video, which I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna film it on the Essential phone and the 360 camera, so that's gonna be my first 360-degree video. So make sure you check this one out, subscribe to my channel as well, guys, and thank you very much for watching. Adios.